So the fastest knot to secure your fly is the whip finish. No question about that. It puts a series of knots together and really wraps this thing up pretty quickly. There is a whip finish tool you can use. A lot of people love. I'm not going to show you how to do that now. Instead, I'm going to teach you how to use your hands, the best tool we have to do the whip finish. I'll be talking about the whip finish in later courses as we get into it. But I just want to show you quickly how this works. So I've got my thread here in my hand, and I am going to essentially come up, put the thread on top of these three fingers, and what I'm going to do is just put a little knot, an overhand knot. So what I'm doing is spinning the thread around, I think you can see that, around, and just putting an overhand knot in it. So now I've got the thread right here around my fingers, and an overhand knot. And I'm going to bring that knot down to the hook. And then the next step is to go over with your index finger and then come under with the other knot and then do a full 360 and then rotate back up. So I'll show you that again. So you go over with your index finger, go over the top, and then I let the knot go around, and then I reach back up. And you can put a series of those in your thing like I'm doing here. And then when you're done, you pull it, tighten it, give it one more secure tug. So that's a whip finish. I know that wasn't the easiest knot to see there, and I will be touching on this a little bit further, a little bit more as we get down into it. But I wanted to show you that another easier way maybe to do it is to really do the half hitch. And the half hitch is essentially you're doing the same thing. You just put an overhand knot in it. So you see that I just put this little overhand knot, and then I put the hitch on the fly, and then I just pull. And I'm just pulling that knot over the top. Essentially that's just one little knot, where the whip finish I just did a series of like 8 wraps. This is just a little knot over the top. See, put it over the top, and you can just hold it there. Then you got your half hitch. I recommend the whip finish. I think it's obviously makes a more secure knot. So after the fly is complete, I'll do one more little whip finish here just to show you. Go around. After the fly, you're done with your head. Clip your thread off. Just putting a little head cement on the fly. And, this is just some water-based head cement that we can use here, but this is where our bodkin will come in handy. So we've got this nice little tool, which is our little deal. Just get a little cement on the, there you go, and you just put a little bit, just enough on the head just to, you don't have to coat it, just enough to secure it. And, yeah, so that's it for finishing the fly up, and now we have this completed woolly bugger. You can see nice little pattern, and I just wanted to walk you through that step by step just before we get into it a little bit later, just so you have an idea of the steps to tie this pattern. So we will move on from here.